And your mind is not your friend.
Exactly, that quote, exactly. I read that before every fight. Every fight I read that quote.
Train your mind to be your friend. You gotta tell your mind beautiful things about yourself, nice things about yourself all the time. Because if you slack a bit, tell you ain't shit, nigga. You got all these motherfuckers fooled, but I'm not fooled, nigga. I know who you are.
Man, that's so real. That's the deepest, realest shit ever, man. Every training camp, I feel that.
Going through that right now. Got 2 back-to-back losses. Mine's a little
listen,
all over the place.
Don't look at it, man. Keep that enthusiasm.
Yeah.
Keep that belief and deep down confidence in yourself.
For sure.
I was saying to lose.
It is befitting that I leave the game just like I came in, beating a big bad monster who knocks out everybody and no one can whoop him.
This guy was the closest thing to a human monster I'd ever seen before.
Other boxers were scared, handlers were scared, reporters were scared. The only person that didn't appear scared of Foreman was Ali.
You, George Foreman, all of you chumps are gonna bow when I whoop him. All of you. I know you got him. I know you got him picked, but the man's in trouble. I'm gonna show you how great I am.
There, Muhammad Ali beginning to talk to George Foreman.
Basically, for about 5 or 6 rounds, I thought it was easy. Then about the 6th round, he whispered in my ear after I'd hit him in the side, "That all you got, George?"
My son was little. We're at a car wash. The same man was there every week. And he'd read the newspaper back in those days, a million years ago. And he said to me one day, he goes, "How old's your boy?" And I said, he's 6. And he goes, "Well, enjoy the 6-year-old, because when he turns 7, the 6-year-old's gone forever. And when he turns 8, the 7-year-old's gone." And I remember thinking to myself, and I didn't mean to be rude to him, because it's so true if you have children. They replace themselves every year. They're a new person, literally. And I said to him, "Sir, when did that stop for you? That change?" And he just sort of stared back at me. He goes, "I don't know." I said, "You should think about that." And it hit me that the 48-year-old me, though there should be a brand new man at 49, and the 48-year-old should be gone forever. The 24-year-old listening to this, when you turn 25, that 24-year-old should be gone, just like your 6-year-old version, your 7-year-old version. But something happens in our life, brother, at some age, where that progression, that growth begins to become stunted when we start to get affected with all these insecurities and worries and
have to face yourself. So many people live to be 100 years old and they die miserable, having everything, because they never examined. I call it my live autopsy. You never examine this. Happiness, peace, enlightenment, it's all up here, man. It's all up here. And when I start talking like this, people go, "Man, I don't know. It's the truth, man."
Yeah, it is true.
It's all up here. You just gotta be willing to go and face it.
I think that at the end of your life, there's this place you come to, and I'm a Christian, so I think at the end of my life, I want the Lord to go, "Hey, well done, good and faithful servant." It doesn't matter what your faith is. You probably are aware there's history being made or an accounting. But I also think he's gonna go, "Hey, by the way, this is who you could have been." I think he introduces you to the person you are capable of becoming. I really believe that at the end of your life, you're gonna get introduced to the person you could have been, you were destined to be, that he made you to be. And so I'm chasing that dude. Every day I'm chasing that dude. That's the pull power for me. Every decision I make, the things I go through in my life, whether I'm gonna go to the gym, whether I'm gonna make a phone call, how I'm gonna eat, does it get me closer to that guy? Because I think the best end of a life is well done by the Lord, and you're identical twins with that person. The bad end of a life would be, I meet this man I could have been, and we're total strangers. I mean, we're just complete opposites. I know nothing about this guy. There's no familiarity at all. And it means that I went down these easy roads. I took the comfortable road. The comfortable road will never lead you to the person you were destined to be.
And somebody said, "How do you overcome procrastination?" And I joked. I said, "I just put it off." And they said, "No, really, how do you do that?" And what I said was, do something.
Yes.
Just something on that task that you're procrastinating.
Yeah.
Do something.
Yes.
You're procrastinating your book. Write down a paragraph.
Yes.
If you can't get a paragraph out, get out a sentence. If you can't get a sentence out, write a word.
So
do
true.
something.
It's so something.
Advice I would give a younger player, I think the same advice D Rose gave me: don't fight it. Just take the punches, keep grinding, and it can't storm forever. And I think the biggest thing that I try to tell those young guys coming in is like, enjoy the moment, bro. That's one thing I wasn't able to enjoy when I was at the top, because it was just what's next. I gotta do better. I was so paranoid. Enjoy those moments, bro, because they're gonna pass.
Daniel Day-Lewis, at some points,
he was wearing the clothes for Gangs of New York in his normal life, to the point that he even got pneumonia in his normal life because he's wearing these old, raggedy clothes. And he goes, at one point, he almost went crazy pretending to be someone that he wasn't. Now, when I heard that and I read that, I thought, wow, isn't that all of us? Like, you wear a certain role to work, you wear a certain role at home, you wear a certain role with your friends. And in playing all those roles, you end up method acting and forgetting who you are.
Oh my goodness, that is beautiful.
And for me, that's what I'm just seeing across and in and of myself.
Me too.
And I see myself do that. You become who you think other people want you to be.
Your mind has to be stronger than your feelings. Your mind has to be stronger than your feelings. Think about every poor decision you've made in your life. Gosh. There was more emotion that was involved in it than there was mind. Every single one of them. Think about it.
Really was.
Your feelings keep you in bed. Your mind tells you, get up. Think about it.
Going down that path in life, that we're all going to face that journey.
Yeah.
It's just what we do here and what we leave behind our journey is really what counts. And it's not really what I'm talking about, having fame and fortune and stuff. You know, Kobe's different, he's an international star. But just leaving here knowing that you were kind to people. And people could say he was a kind person, he was a good person. And you gave them the best you had. You gave life the best you had.
Yeah.
You didn't leave anything. You left it all on, you left it all on the concrete.
What if this was the last one? So if it was the last one, the last time I see my dad, how would I treat this engagement? Would my phone be done? How would we talk? What would I say? What would I do? What if it was my last wave I get to surf out there in the ocean? What if it's my last workout? What if it's my last meeting? Last time I saw my wife? Last time I talked to my friend? Last round of golf? Last whatever. Because when something becomes scarce, we give it value. And we become deluded in our life into thinking that somehow these are going to last forever. Our conversation today, what if this is the last time I get to do your show? I want to make, it gives it importance. It gives it value. Scarcity means value. So I use last ones a lot too.
I think that personal ambition is worth fighting for. It really is something that if you don't fight for it, you're going to regret it for the rest of your life. And if you regret it, you can be an unhappy person. If you're an unhappy person, it's going to affect your family. So you can see the chain of command all the way down, that it can be pretty devastating. The common answer is we fight for a family. But fighting for family starts with you. Mm-hmm. So you got to fight for peace of mind. That's what I think you have to go for. What makes you happy enough in your life that you want to make other people happy? Mm-hmm.
This friend, a friend of my parents, and her granddaughter committed suicide, She was just beating herself up about that. What could have I done? What could have I done differently? This is the problem with suicide. It leaves everybody behind thinking, oh my God, what could have I done? I could have treated the person better. I could have listened. I could have been there. It's like, and she was just beating herself up about this, really feeling that she wasn't a useful person, that she'd failed as a grandmother. She's a really good person, And so I went for a walk with her and I said, and she's married and she likes her husband and he's a really good guy. And I said, look, you're blaming yourself for your granddaughter's suicide. It's like, are you blaming your husband? Are you sitting him down and telling him what a useless bastard he was as a grandfather because his granddaughter committed suicide and how he failed completely? She said, no, I'd never do that. So I said, well, don't do it to yourself. Who knows how tough you are? And maybe you find out by going out to find out how tough you are, right? So you take on a challenge, one that you think you can master, that's just a bit beyond your grasp. And you master it, and then you're a little tougher, and you think, hey, that worked out pretty well. And so then you're more of a monster. And then you go out and you find another challenge that's even bigger, and you think, well, maybe I can do that too. And then all of a sudden you can, and you get a little bit bigger, and God only knows what the limit is of you.